Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wrestling fans of all ages, welcome to the most swagged out pro wrestling podcast on social media. As you are now tuned in and experiencing Ring Psychology, Episode 2. Of course, you already know I am your host with the most flavor, Two Live Brew. And of course, y'all know my tag team partner, who's got all the swag, all the drip that the world could not hold. He's the man with the golden touch. He's none other than Draco. Dre, what's happening, man?
Let's get to this draft.
Sound like you mean business there, my man. I mean, you all laid back and cool and chilling and all of that stuff. Okay.
I had to, prepare myself because I've had a tood on my shoulders for the last week.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Tell us how you really feel. Well, yeah, we were talking about this offline, and you said some things that you had to get off of your chest. Yeah. So I guess without any further ado, we'll go ahead and let you get to that. But before we do,
because I want to know what you think first before I really get into it. I want to know what you thought about the outcome of the draft.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get into that. Okay. The WWE draft happened this past week. Both nights were very interesting. Some predictions we got right, others we got wrong. I'll be the first to admit I got more of the wrong than the right, but that's okay. that's just how the game go. So chalk it up to that. But I mean, just out of the gate, I mean, my thoughts about the draft were pretty unusual. I think that's the terminology that I'll use there is very unusual because I was more so thinking, and you know what, you made up a very good point about this too when we were like breaking down Raw and SmackDown and what each brand represents or what have you. Now, your philosophy, first of all, was way different than mine because I told you before, my philosophy of Raw is box office, Hollywood, Showtime. Like SmackDown, that's, we on the grind, you know what I'm saying? We workhorses, we blue collar, we out here getting it any way that we can. But to your point, Dre, which was a very good point. To your point,
the opposite.
It went, instead of it going north, it went south.
Because SmackDown is well, it's not even about SmackDown, it's about the network. Fox is a bigger network than USA. So of course the star power is going to go there. Mm-hmm. And the draft isn't even done. They still have more drafting to do. I guarantee you Logan Paul is going to be on SmackDown. I guarantee you all the celebrities that show up is going to be a SmackDown thing more than it is going to be a Raw thing because Fox is a bigger network. Right. So that's where your star power is going to go.
Okay. And that's true. And that's true. And that's definitely the way the trend went last week because I thought that the star power was going to shift to Monday Night Raw. And you know what? I guess I have to kind of, pop myself upside the head for being stuck in my ways and being stuck in the fact that Raw is the most episodic television show, wrestling television show, as Michael Cole likes to say, that's been around for umpteen thousand years or what have you. So I was thinking that being that has been the A show in WWE's existence, I was feeling like, okay, well, if you really want to be a star, you go to Raw.
But I think that's only because that's what it has been in the past. Raw was always the A show, but Roman turned that around.
He did. He really did.
Single-handedly Single-handedly, he turned that completely around. SmackDown
within
is the
3
A show now.
years. Within 3
Within
years,
3
dog.
years.
3 years, this man
Yeah,
took
he turned
this
that around.
brand. In 3 years, this man took this brand, SmackDown, put it on his back, and literally carried it to the mountaintop.
And you can't take
I
that
mean,
from
that's
him.
impressive. That's impressive. And you know what? I'm gonna say something really bold, and some of my wrestling fan friends will probably give me a lot of heat for this, but that's okay. That's why we here. But I'll go on record in saying, like, that's something I don't even think Dwayne did. And you know, Dwayne, like, when SmackDown first came into existence back in 99, that was supposed to be Dwayne's show. That was supposed to be The Rock's show. Like, when Vince came up with the idea of SmackDown, when Vince came up with the idea of SmackDown at first, that was supposed to be exclusively The Rock's show. Like, it was all supposed to be built around him, which in fairness it was. But in terms of the impact, like, the Rock laid the foundation for what SmackDown is, but I think Roman put it on the map and took it to an international height.
But I think that's only because back then it wasn't really a brand split. It was just an extra show for them to be on.
It was
just like Sunday Night Heat was another show. You know what I mean?
Wow.
It was just another show just for all the wrestlers to be on. I think SmackDown became because of Dwayne. But with the whole brands, once they started doing the brand splits, that's when it was like, all right, you know, that's when it became more of a thing where it's like, you know what I'm saying, separated like that. So that's the only reason.
Absolutely.
You know, but I mean, hell, Roman is Dwayne too. So
I guess if you want to say that, in the modern era, I guess you could say he is this generation's Rock, because again, that's a very impressive feat. Within 3 years, he took SmackDown, like I said, to that international level and made it into, you know, a premier TV show. You know, I mean, we look at, since we're going back in the time machine, let's go back a little further. Let's even go back to the Attitude Era. Let's go back to what Austin did for Raw. Like, when Austin officially made that transition into Stone Cold, because you remember at first he was the ringmaster. I don't know if you know this, or any of you that's going to be watching this, a little history lesson for you. But when Austin first came to the WWFE, he was the ringmaster, and he was just a mid-card guy. He really didn't get to the level that he's at now.
With long hair.
With long hair. Right. With long hair. But he really didn't get to the level that he's at right now until he made the change to Stone Cold. And of course, we all know how that happened. You know, King of the Ring 1996, Jake the Snake Roberts. You know, the infamous, you know, Austin 316 promo. And then they just strapped the rocket to his back, and then he just went in orbit, and he never looked back, you know. And when Monday Night Raw like transitioned into that Attitude Era, and I use that term loosely, when they started to have more attitude and become more edgy with their programming, Austin had a lot to do with that. So because of him and the change in his gimmick and the attitude and the edge that it had, that kind of bled over into what Monday Night Raw was. And then, lo and behold, the Monday Night Wars is born. So again, when you compare that to what Roman has done with Friday Night SmackDown, like, it's impressive, because Austin did it, you know, for only like a time, for a season. so to speak. Roman has done this consistently for 3 going on 4 years straight. Because let's be honest, Dre, who would have ever thought that we would say SmackDown, Friday Night SmackDown is the premiere show, is the A show? Like, it was literally supposed to be just a show again, like I had envisioned it, where the workhorses go, where, the pure wrestling took place. I mean, yeah, you had your entertainment, you had your promos, you had your, silly backstage segments and all of that stuff. But the main focal point of SmackDown was strictly in ring, was the action in the squared circle. That's literally what SmackDown was supposed to be built around. But since Roman, much like Austin, like we're talking about with Austin, when he went from the transition to the big dog to the tribal chief and doing the things that he's done and the moments that he's had, he, like I said, pretty much took SmackDown on his back and carried it all the way to the bank. And you got to give him his props for that. You gotta salute him. You may not like the situation that's going on right now as far as his title reign, but as far as what the man has done for WWE on a business level, to your point, it's nothing short of impressive. I mean, I don't know anybody else that's done that. I don't even think Cena did that.
I agree.
As great as he is.
I agree. But I don't like how they're portraying him. I don't like it. I don't like the fact that they're making it seem like, I hate people using the word he's unbeatable.
Oh, here we go.
I don't like that.
Here we go.
Here we go.
This is what he was talking about. Here we go.
I don't like that. Because he's not unbeatable. Someone unbeatable is someone that can fight. They can fight a fair fight, even if it's dirty with them, within the two of them. But it's a fair fight that he wins. He hasn't won a match without his cousins since he fought his cousin.
That's just fact, ladies and gentlemen. This is fact. This is fact.
The last fight that he won fair and square was against Jey Uso in Hell in a Cell.
This is fact. I cannot disagree here. I cannot disagree.
He's
here.
Unbeatable. This is the guy that's unbeatable. You haven't won fair and square. It took all of y'all to beat Brock Lesnar.
It did. And
in
Cody.
An Iron Man match.
In an Iron Man match. Yep. Sure did.
That's a match where you can cheat. But Lesnar didn't have nobody.
Right.
You ain't won a match. And I'm not saying I don't acknowledge the tribal chief. He's the tribal chief, man. Like, I ain't mad at him. One's up to him. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like how they portray him. I don't think that is cool. And then it's just, oh man. Like,
let me intervene. Let me intervene for a second, because I think you and I are sailing on the same boat here. At least I think. But let me put one little intriguing element here. When you talk about the constant interference that Roman has in his matches, it all goes back to what we talk about in terms of the booking when it comes to him. And his booking, in all honesty, with all due respect, has been very irritating. These past 2 years. Now, the first year when he was into this tribal chief character, I was cool with it, because that first year of the tribal chief character, he actually came off as a strong,
did it on his own,
bad boy type of guy. But it wasn't until the Bloodline was created, and that's kind of when WWE creatives started to become lackadaisical, and they're just like, oh, well, for some odd reason, we're just going to piss the fans off, and we're just going to book permanent interference. We're just going to make, because we want to get heat. We want to get so much heat on Roman that we're just going to book there. We're just going to book him. We're just going to book permanent interference for all of his matches in hopes of getting heat from the fans. And in their minds, they felt, well, if we get that type of heat for Roman with this interference, we feel like that'll make him a strong heel in their eyes. And at first, yeah, okay. When they would be incorporated in matches, in the finish of matches, the first few times, we were like, okay, all right, cool. We get it. But when it just started to become a cycle of like, damn, every match, even when, and this is no disrespect to like Matt Riddle or anybody, but even when they would have him facing not so strong main event caliber talent, they would still book interference. And that's the part that frustrated me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, if he's facing guys like Matt Riddle, who is like in the middle, upper mid card, but not main event level yet, and you're still having Solo and the Twins interfere, like, Roman, dude, you should be able to beat this guy like on your own. Like, even it shouldn't even be a dirty finish. It should be Superman punch, spear, guillotine choke, whatever. Like, you should be able to beat this guy clean without your cousins, because he's not as strong of a main event talent. I could see if it was Drew. I could see if it was Seth. I could see if it was Cody. I could see if it was Randy. I mean, I know he's not active on the roster right now, but I'm just hypothetically speaking. I could see if it was one of those elite guys that have been world champions in the company, because those are your strong main event talents. But you're facing guys like Matt Riddle. Like, huh? I mean, even Kevin Owens. At the Rumble a few months ago, you had to win dirty to beat Owens. And I'm like, Owens isn't nearly as strong of a babyface talent as Cody is. Again, no disrespect to KO, because I'm a KO fan. I rock with KO hard, for real. But like, he's nowhere near as strong of a babyface talent as Cody is. And you're still booking this interference? Like, this is what like made me want to bump my head against the wall 20 times. Because it's like you're obsessively trying this same method, hoping that you will get a reaction out of us. And yes, you have gotten a reaction out of us, but it's not the reaction that you want. It's not the reaction of, oh, boo, Bloodline are the bad guys. No, it's the reaction of, what the hell is this? Like, why does this keep happening over and over again? Like, is there anything else coming on TV tonight? I don't want to watch this. Like, get off of my TV, Roman. Get off of my TV, Bloodline. Seriously. Like, it's to the point where it's just it's terribly predictable. And being that we know it's predictable, if it's frustrating. So it all goes back again to the booking. And we know who's behind the booking. And it's not just one person, it's two people. But we know who the main two people are that are kind of, anchoring this booking. Now, one guy has his hands tied, and the other guy is tying his hands. But the guy that's got his hands tied, it has to come a point where you got to be like, hey, man, don't you think we're kind of milking this? Don't you think we kind of milked this enough? Don't you think this has ran its course? I mean, the guy's already been champion for like 3 years. He's coming up on 1,000 days. Like, don't you think we need to book him winning
when is Night of
some
Champions?
matches clean? The 27th
of May.
Yes.
Backlash is this weekend.
Yep, Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You already knew. You already had this in the plan, in the production meeting. You had already made the decision. Okay, we are going to take him all the way up to 1,000 days. That's fine. But at least in the midst of taking him to those 1,000 days, can we at least get him a few clean wins?
I mean, care about the wins, man. Like I don't.
I mean, but at the same time, Dre, like the wins define the character. Because
to
you're
me,
not gonna...
is where do you go now? That's what it is for me. It's legit. Where do you go now? Because at this point, what else could you possibly do? You took the one person. Yeah, let's talk about the draft. Let's get to the draft because
let's get to the draft. Okay, all right.
What I despise the most is you took the one person that should be the one to dethrone Roman and put him on the opposite. Yep. I don't like it. Because now I feel like
you know what? I don't like that either.
You're gonna be dumb enough to put the belt on him. You're gonna put that belt on him, and it will look like
I don't think so. I don't think
so. They were dumb enough to separate, because now it's like if you separate them, how do you put them back together?
I mean, there's only one way, and I think we already discussed this the other day of how you keep the piece of that puzzle connected. It's an event called Money in the Bank. Involves a briefcase. That's how you put them together. But here's the thing, though. And I think we discussed this too, if I'm not mistaken. Now, what would be really stupid is if you just had them, if you had the Money in the Bank matches as an actual brand split. Like you had a SmackDown Money in the Bank, you had a Raw Money in the Bank.
I hope
that would be stupid.
I hope they don't do that.
That would be stupid. Now, if you keep the same format as you've had all of this time, then great. Then yes.
Uh-oh. I think we having some difficulties. He just froze up on us. All right, let's see what's going on.
Okay, and we're back. Excuse the technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently, StreamYard has not had their Ritalin today. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So yeah, that's how you continue to keep that piece of the puzzle together, is by having Cody win Money in the Bank. If you're not stupid enough to split the Money in the Bank matches by brands, that's my only concern. If you don't split them by brands, then that window of opportunity for Cody to finish the story and finally be the one to defeat Roman is possible. So we'll just have to wait and see when Money in the Bank gets here. But I am praying and hoping for the best for Cody's sake, because I will not be able to stomach him with that world championship. Okay, seriously, like I might have diarrhea if I see them put that belt on him, because my whole thing is, as a Cody fan, and you know how much of a Cody fan I am, as hardcore of a Cody fan as I am, I did not anticipate and wait patiently for him to come back to WWE for this second tenure just to have a consolation prize. That was not in my jurisdiction, we'll say. That was not of my interest to see Cody come back to WWE just to win, a bronze medal. I want to see him win the gold, because he deserves it, and I believe he can make something of that championship. Not that Roman hasn't, but I think he can make something of it in a different way and further elevate it in a way that it's never been elevated before. It's all the matter of, not necessarily Triple H, but Gutierrez, McMahon, to see that. So that's really the whole question mark right there. Because I mean, let's just keep it a mile long, Dre. Between me and you, let's just take McMahon out of the scenario. If it's just strictly H, if it's just strictly Hunter with the pen, we know what Hunter stands for from a talent perspective. And we know how Hunter wants to push talent. So with that being said, Hunter wants to put thought on Cody. Quiet is kept, regardless of anything that's going on within creative right now in WWE. H wants to put that belt on Cody because H himself knows that Cody can elevate that title. And he knows that Cody is marketable enough to hold that title. Most importantly, it's just the fact that he's got his deranged, obsessive, senile father-in-law breathing down his neck, unfortunately. Now, now here's the thing too that we got to figure out as well. Is Vince going to be at Backlash Saturday? Is he going to make the trip to Puerto Rico? That'll tell everything. The way the show is booked Saturday, we will know if Gutierrez McMahon is in Puerto Rico or not. So if it comes down to that, if it comes down to how the show is booked, then we'll get our answer going forward. Me personally, I hope he's not there. And if he is there, keep him out on the beach. Don't bring him to the event. Just keep him out on the beach.
Not keep him on the beach.
Yes, keep him on the beach. Bring him as many pina coladas and margaritas and cocktails as he wants. Let him get sloppy drunk and fall asleep on the beach and say, we'll send an Uber to get you around 12 o'clock midnight after the show is over. That's what I'm doing. For real. Because if he shows up to Puerto Rico, Lord help us.
We stuck.
Lord help us.
We stuck.
Pretty much. I mean, we're stuck anyway until that what is it? Until that decision is made when this Endeavor partnership officially kicks in. Like, we're stuck until, you know, they're able to, you know, have that, whatever it is, that hearing or whatever it is to get Vince off of the staff in WWE. I think that's supposed to happen sometime later this year, early next year, something. But yeah, until then, we just have to hope that he doesn't make the trip to certain shows. Right. Yeah. That's all we can really do. But Hunter wants to put that belt on. Hunter wants to put that belt on Rhodes. That I do know. If I don't know anything else, Hunter wants to put that belt on Rhodes. Because, I mean, let's go back. Let's go back and look at the promo, Dre. Let's go back and listen to the promo before the week before the draft, when he first unveiled the new championship. Go back and listen to that promo. You could tell secretly in that promo he's tired of Roman being champion. But there's really nothing he can do because he's not in full control. Yeah. Which sucks, but that's the hand that we're dealt. But if you listen to that promo, you could tell, like, read between the lines, you could tell Hunter wants to crown Cody the undisputed champion. He wants to do that with every fiber of his being.
Are we live on Facebook?
Yes, we're live.
We're live on Facebook?
Yes, we are.
It's on your page?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I got people asking where is that?
Yeah. Tell them to go. Yeah, tell them to go to my page. Give them my Facebook. Tell them to go to my page. This is great. We got people asking about us. That's what I'm talking about. The feeling is definitely in the air, ladies and gentlemen.
Post it. There it is.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to join in on the live right now, go to my Facebook page. It is George, last name Kennebrew. That's spelled KENNEBREW.
And I just shared it. So if you need to see it, for those who are asking,
boom.
What's my name on Facebook? Draco. It's
Draco.
My name on Facebook. I don't be knowing. I got so many different handles.
Yeah, I know.
Draco, Facebook. It's on
right. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, man. I wasn't pleased with the draft. It just seems like all they did was just they kept Roman and then flopped everything else. It did not give me changes,
right?
Like at all.
But but I think this is something you and me both can agree on, Dre. When has WWE ever given us what we wanted? When have they ever delivered on a promise?
That's true, but the draft has always been full of surprises.
Right.
Back in the day, like in the Attitude Era when they first started the draft, it was always something different. You didn't expect.
Keyword back in the day.
I mean, yeah, it was.
Unfortunately, we're in 2023, my friend.
And so here we are. It's so bad because I think we talked a little bit earlier today, and we were talking about what you felt my predictions for Backlash was.
Mm-hmm.
And I told you I didn't have any, and the reason because I don't even know what fights is actually happening. Like they didn't really promote anything big. Like Only
No,
thing we got is
the matches are very.
They're very like
Yeah, they're much to that. This Backlash card has a lot left to be desired. Trust me, it's a very uninspiring. I was about to say draft. It's a very uninspiring event. Now, the only matchup that I would say I could get excited for is the San Juan street fight between Bad Bunny and Damian Priest. That's probably about the only matchup that would be worth watching. Everything else is just a match. That's literally all it seems to me, or it seems like, is a match. Like Cody and Brock. Okay, they've had build, but at the same time, like this match,
but they didn't even promote that good.
No,
they didn't
it's
even
literally
promote
just
that good.
I mean, it's literally
I'm not gonna lie. I am very unpleased right now.
I
like
am
with
too.
WWE. Like
I'm
it was
with
like
you.
to give me such a great, and I think it's because they gave us such a great first night of WrestleMania. That first night was like, ooh,
man. Didn't
the
that take
second
you back?
night was almost there.
It was
almost there, but now
you had
like,
you were right there. You were right there at the end zone, but you had to pull a Russell. You had to pull a Russell.
Set the live to public. Set your live on Facebook to public.
Okay.
I think that's what's happening.
All right. So let me see. How
Then you got it for just your friends to see it.
Oh wow. Okay. So I need to go on my page and set it to public.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but you can go ahead. You can go ahead and
yeah, man.
Go ahead and speak your piece while I'm doing that.
I'm just not pleased with the way that things are going right now.
Yeah.
I'm not, and it's crazy because I wanted Roman to lose, but I was one of the ones that understood why Roman won. From a financial standpoint, they made so much money from WrestleMania because of the match, right? And it was almost just as big as I think the star power of the match was because we all thought that we finally had Roman.
Yeah.
That was the star power of the match. And I think that was cool because it was like, if we're not going to bring Dwayne in, because that's really what we wanted to see.
That's really, yeah.
We wanted to see Dwayne and Roman go at it. But since you couldn't, make that happen, we give you Cody and we give you Roman and we make you think that Cody's going to win.
Right.
So everybody still tunes in because Roman's about to lose. We want to see that.
Right.
But he wins. Cool. From a financial standpoint, because now I can build that for a whole nother cut. Now I cannot build it for a year.
See how much they missed out on. See how much they missed out on. You just gave like a great creative building plan. I mean, had you put Cody over,
you'd have lost money. Unless you had a plan for Roman to get it back.
Dude, you could have easily. Come on, that's not hard to book. Roman getting it back. Come on, that's not hard to book.
But that's also an easy win. That's an easy. It's just his star power in winning right now is just too huge. So I get it. Him losing the match to get it back. Yeah. It'd work. It wouldn't be as big.
So you think it wouldn't be no money in the chase? Because that's the old cliche used in the business. The money's in the chase.
Coming from Roman, though, no, not right now.
You don't think there would be no money in Roman chasing Cody?
Not right now. Not right now.
I don't know. I don't know if I can agree.
And here's the reason why I say that. They got to break up. He got too much around him. The chase would be good if he was by himself.
So you don't think they can make a Roman chase?
Not with the bloodline. Absolutely not. Absolutely
Really?
not.
You think that would
Absolutely
be
not.
impossible?
Yeah, it would look fake. This is the same guy that's winning with them. He's not gonna chase with them.
Well, here's the thing. Here's how you put an extra herb and spice into that recipe. If he has the bloodline, okay, cool. Then Cody could just go get Kevin, Sammy, and Matt. Voila. The playing field is even.
But that's not gonna work neither, because Sammy and Kay already got the titles. There's already a chase for that.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about just in terms of, okay.
But it takes away. But it's gonna take away. If Roman chases the belt, it's gonna take away from the Usos chasing the belts.
Really?
Yeah.
The Usos chasing the belts?
It's gonna take away from that.
Okay,
because they're together. They're all together. You got to break them up for you to actually focus on whatever storyline that they come up with for the Usos chasing the belt, and then Roman chasing the belt. Roman's his star power is too high. Him and Cody is going to completely shadow Usos and Sammy and KO. Hands down. It's too big. That's why you don't see Roman right now, because we want to see Roman and Cody. So now the storyline takes away from Roman. It's like, Roman, go back. Let this build. Let him beat Brock, because I think he's gonna. I almost know he's gonna beat Brock on Saturday.
To be honest with you, man, I mean, yes, that's obvious in the direction that they want to continue with Cody, but at the same time, man, when it comes to Brock, I don't guarantee anything. I don't think anything is safe with Brock, because being that Brock still feels like, I'm getting paid $3 million just to show up, do a match, and leave. He feels like, all right, well, being that y'all are now pitting me as a free agent in the storyline of things. I mean, you heard Michael Cole say it. Brock can come and go as he pleases and can do what he wants.
Well,
and that's just not in front of the camera and in the ring. I believe that's backstage too, because I mean, let's be honest. Brock is a politician. We know that. Brock is a politician. And I've been reading a few articles over the last couple of weeks with Brock saying that, I'm gonna be finishing up soon. I'll believe that when I see it. But be that as it may, he's been telling people in interviews that he's gonna be finishing up and retiring soon. So you don't think that Brock would at least want one more championship run in WWE before he officially hangs it up? Come on, this is Brock we're talking about now.
But they've already wrote in the contract that he can't fight Roman.
Yes, that's the story. That's the storyline.
So Roman would have to lose the belts. He would have to lose in order for Brock to get a shot. Because now they might do something stupid like let him go get the heavyweight, which I'm just like, then that makes it a consolation prize for real.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I don't trust the booking of this match, because I'm not opposed to them pulling something completely stupid and having Brock go over on Cody, even though he literally just beat the man to a bruising pulp.
Why? I think that's that. But why? Like, what would you get out of that?
Because it's freaking Brock. Because it's Brock's way or the highway. Because Brock, you know this, Dre. You know Brock is a politician. Let's look at it like this. Let's even go back to Mania. Let's go back to night one of Mania with him and Omos, right? That match was not supposed to be. Okay, yes. But we know that match was not supposed to be. We know what Brock Lesnar, we know the matchup that should have originally happened at Mania. It was supposed to be him and Bobby, right? But what ended up happening? Brock probably went and politic backstage and said,
how did we even get there?
Him and Bobby?
Yeah. Because I thought Bray was after one of them. Well, Bray's gone.
No. It's funny you brought up Bray. Bray was the reserve. Bray was the reserve, was the second option. It was originally supposed to be him and Lashley finishing out their trilogy at WrestleMania, especially after what happened at Elimination Chamber.
So then they just had Bray go in and say, cut that promo.
Yes. Brock basically did what Brock does. He politicked and he said, okay, I've already beaten Lashley. Or Lashley has already beaten me, even though it wasn't a legitimate clean win. In Brock's case, he'd be like, okay, well, Lashley already beat me. Why am I going to WrestleMania to face him again, even though it's a trilogy? Like, no, let's come up with something new. And then right. Yes, I'm agreeing with you. I have these same sentiments, but I'm just telling you the type of person Brock is. So after Brock explained his case of why he shouldn't face Bobby at WrestleMania for a third time, Brock said, okay, let's come up with something new. And then he's like, all right, Brock, well, what about Bray Wyatt? And then Brock probably laughed and probably like, are you kidding me? Bray Wyatt? You want me to put over, in his mind, not, his words, not mine, but Brock was probably like, you want me to put over a glorified, poor man's Undertaker? Like, you want me to put over this, I don't know, Rocky Horror Picture Show type of gimmick? Like, you really expect me, Brock Lesnar, the beast incarnate, the quote unquote wrecking machine, the most decorated combat sports athlete, all of that jazz, and you expect me to be subdued to a man who talks to dolls and who is accompanied by a man who's trying to become Freddy Krueger if he ever tried to wrestle? You want me to subdue to that? That's what you're asking me? Nah, I'm good. What else you got? Oh, Cody Rhodes? Brock is like, oh, Cody. Okay, now we're talking. All right, yeah. Well, at least with Cody, at least I'll be working with the guy that just main evented, night 2 of Mania, and who is quintessentially the number 2 guy in the company above Seth. So Brock was like, okay, yeah, give me Cody. But there's one catch. If I work with this guy, y'all gonna put me over. I'm not jobbing to him. I'm not doing the favors for him. Y'all gonna put me over. If I'm gonna work with this guy, y'all gonna put me over. I guarantee you when Brock met with H and Creative, I guarantee you, if I didn't say it verbatim, that is the context of how that conversation went. That's why I said I'm not fully confident that it's going to be just an automatic Cody win. Because when Brock is involved with something, it's never safe. It's never safe.
If Cody Rhodes lose in 48 hours, Cody just should pack up and go back to AEW. Just go back to AEW. Your career here, story will not be finished. It's over.
So you said Triple H just got the shovel out and they just gonna bury him alive.
Pack up. MJF needs an opponent.
Oh, they definitely need a top baby face right now. They definitely need one. They need one bad.
Because that would be dumb. That
Yeah,
would be
I mean,
so dumb.
yeah, I mean, and think about it now. Let's go back to 2019. They never got a chance to finish up that storyline between him and Friedman. They never got a chance to pick up where they left off.
Yeah, he got to win or leave.
Yeah,
this is what it is.
This is what it is.
He got to win or leave.
That's why, and I know we're going to get into the Backlash predictions here in a minute, but that's why, as far as the Cody Brock match goes, I'm keeping a wide open mind. Not just an open mind, a wide open mind.
So your prediction is that Brock wins?
No, my prediction is I tentatively believe Cody beats Brock.
Okay.
Tentatively.
Okay. If I have to choose, I gotta choose. I'm gonna stick with Cody.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick with Cody because if he loses, we don't want to see him with the championship no more.
Yeah, basically all of that goes out the window.
All that's out the window. In order for you to, even in your prediction of how you feel like Roman could lose, you have to don't even put him in the Money in the Bank if you're gonna let him lose against Brock.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said it's over. It's over.
It's
like
done.
All of this is for nothing.
When is Money in the Bank?
Money in the Bank is in July.
Okay, so we got Backlash, we got
United Champions. We got I think
what's in between that? What's in June?
Is it Extreme? No, Extreme Rules is usually in October. Wait a minute, hold on. I stand corrected. Money in the Bank might be in June this year.
Okay.
It's usually in July, past years, but I think this year it might be in June.
SummerSlam is in August or
Correct.
September.
Correct.
August.
Correct.
So there's a pay-per-view every month.
Right. I don't know what.
2 this month. Why is it 2 this month?
Because it's WWE in 2023, man. It's about history. You don't know? Now, and forever together.
Yeah.
Come on.
He has to win. He ain't got that many pay-per-views left.
That's what I'm saying.
He gotta win.
That's what I'm saying. If Brock goes over, it's all for nothing. It's done. It's all for nothing. And that's the part that concerns me.
I think they want. I really feel like the fans want to see Jay and Roman.
You think so?
I've been hearing that a lot.
From what I know, on my end, they want to see Sammy and Roman again.
Oh, of course they want to see that. But I've been seeing and hearing a lot of Jay should be the one to dethrone Roman.
Yes, I have heard that and read that in not only certain groups, in certain Facebook wrestling groups, but I've read that in some wrestling media articles. Like I have heard those whispers.
Does it look like it could happen?
But
tomorrow will tell.
But at the same time, Dre, let's kind of go back to what you were saying. If you pit Roman versus Jay again, then what was the use of Cody? What was the use of building him up? What was the use of him winning the Rumble?
That's true.
If all this was going to lead to was Jay and Roman part 2, 3 years later, what was the use of pitting Cody over in the Rumble? Number 2, having him beat Roman's right-hand man.
I think his injury messed up a lot.
It did.
Because we lost Cody for a year. Was it a year?
Yeah, about 9 months, 9-10 months. Yeah.
So I think they probably would have built this storyline more. And I feel like if they're going to, the only way that they can put the World Heavyweight Championship on Cody is if they give us Jay and Roman. That's the only way. It has to make sense for that.
You still don't think that would be a cheap way out, though, man?
I do.
Okay.
But I think that would be more forgiving if that's what they were doing. Now, if they just gave Cody the belt,
on
Raw, and let Roman just be Roman, you've cheated us. You have to now make up for what you took from us. We want to see Cody and Roman.
Yeah, you got to make up a lot.
But now we'll settle if you give us Jay and Roman.
Yeah, but
and some people say they want Dwayne to do it. Dwayne can't do it.
No, he can't.
Dwayne not around enough. If you put Dwayne on it, then you might as well have just left it on Roman because Dwayne ain't never gonna be here.
And I don't even think Rock. I don't even think Rock wants it.
He don't want it.
Rock was literally coming back. I think the whole entire reason or idea of Dwayne coming to WrestleMania this year, if it would have happened, was to put Roman over. It was just to be another legacy win. Yes,
you think so?
It would just be a legacy win. Because let's be honest, man. Dwayne don't need it. This is The Rock, the most electrifying man, the great one.
But all of that. You think they was pissed about Cody losing? They would really be pissed if Dwayne lost.
I mean, okay, but you know what? But you know what? Hold on. Before you react, think about this. Yes, they would be upset, but at the same time, like I was saying at the very beginning of this broadcast, I was saying that their whole reason for going back to even booking, heavy interference matches for Roman was to get heat, was to get nuclear heat on him as a heel.
That's hell heat.
Yes,
that's hell heat,
but in their mind, but in WWE creatives' mind, that's what they want. They want that reaction
from there.
They want that rabid, hellacious reaction to the point where if Dwayne loses, we riot. It's basically
it would have been a riot.
I mean, it's basically like ECW One Night Stand. You remember that when they're like, "Hey, if Cena wins, we riot."
When Cena and
against Van Dam, I
remember
it's to that magnitude. But this is the whole purpose, though, Dre. The whole purpose of this was to get nuclear heat, or in your case, hellacious heat on Roman.
I feel though, in order for that match to happen, Roman it cannot be a championship match.
Nah, it don't need.
It cannot be a championship match. It will need to be a title match of head of the table.
Yeah, that's fine.
Have to be that.
That's fine.
And then put him over. If we're gonna put him over for any reason, it needs to just be that.
Yeah.
Even though we know who the real, you ain't making nowhere near. He make more in one movie than you make in your year salary.
Yeah, I mean that's obvious. I mean, that goes without saying. Like, yes, like
I don't know. Bro.
Technically, The Rock is the real tribal chief, but I mean, if you really just want to, fight over that bragging right and that honor, sure. But I'm telling you, you could put Dwayne in a private room right now, sit down, look him square in his face, and ask him, Rock, why are you coming back to WrestleMania to do this match with Roman? And I guarantee you, he's going to tell you in his own words, I want to elevate him, aka put him over. I guarantee you that is the sole reason why that man would have that match with Roman, was strictly to elevate him. He doesn't want the Universal. He doesn't want to be undisputed champion.
No, he doesn't want the championship.
He's I mean, he's great enough. His star power is humongous enough that he doesn't need the belt. They'll just the WWE fans will just be happy with a win.
Yeah.
They'll just be happy to see Roman take the rock bottom and the people's elbow. That'll do it for them. They won't need to see him hold those belts high in the air. They'll just be satisfied with a Rock win. But If they don't get that, it would be to get heat, major heat on Roman.
I'm sick of Roman.
You see,
He's over it now.
Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world.
Now
you understand. Now you feel my pain. Now you feel my pain.
I'm over it now.
I am. I've been that way.
So let's get to these predictions.
Okay.
First of all, who the hell is fighting? Because I really don't know.
Okay. All right.
Because they haven't promoted anything. I know about the tag team match, the Usos and Solo
against Sammy, Kevin, and Matt.
For that, honestly, I'm gonna give it to Sammy, Matt, and KO. And let me tell you why. I see a swerve.
A swerve, you say?
I see a swerve.
A swerve, you say?
And this is going to be a big pop swerve because it's going to come from Solo. That's what I feel.
Tell me more.
If you look at Usos ain't heard from Roman. They ain't talked to Roman.
I know where you're going. I know where you're going.
Solo has been talking to Roman and seeing Roman and hanging with Roman. They ain't seen him.
So what you're saying is,
Roman gonna green light it. I feel it.
So you think Solo is gonna finally put the dagger in the Usos' back? Is what you're saying?
Think so.
Wow. If that happens, dude, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'll do something for you. If that happens,
listen, you have to think the only way that we will take another Roman and Cody, and I'm just going off of your prediction of Cody going to Money in the Bank and winning Money in the Bank and getting his second shot at Roman. The only way that happens is if it's a clean fight, because that's the only way. That's the only way Cody's gonna win. So in order for that to happen, someone got to take Solo out, but then who takes out the Usos? Solo. Roman not gonna do it.
But who's gonna take Solo out?
I don't know. Who knows? I would like to see Solo with a belt. I feel like by the time SummerSlam gets around, he need to be a champion. And maybe that's the person who takes him out. Maybe he beats Gunther. No, Gunther's Raw now, right? So maybe he beats AJ. AJ gets upset. He takes him out before Roman gets to fight. Anything. I'll take anything. I'll take anything. Solo got hit with a house.
That's a very interesting proposition there, my brother.
I think it's odd. Have you seen the facial expressions that he's been making towards the Usos?
No, I have.
It's something going on. There's something going on. Solo's in on it.
We know what's going on, bro.
You lost the titles again? Yeah. Solo is going to swerve.
We know what's going on.
That's my
prediction. We know that there's a trouble of brewing in the island of relevance. Somebody's going into the ocean of forgetfulness. Somebody's gonna swim in that ocean of forgetfulness.
I'm telling you, I see a swerve.
Wow.
I predict the swerve.
Dude, okay, you know what? I'll do this. This is just a little cheap prize or whatever. If that swerve actually happens, exactly how you said it, in verbatim, if that swerve happens, I will go and buy you. I don't know. I guess I'll go and buy you a whoever your favorite wrestler is t-shirt. I'll get you a t-shirt of your favorite wrestler, whoever it is. I'll buy you a shirt.
I see a swerve.
Okay.
That's what I see.
You know what I'm saying?
That's my prediction.
Who's your guy? Who's your guy right now?
I want to acknowledge. I want to acknowledge me shirt because I'm gonna use that for more than one reason. It ain't just gonna be a Roman shirt. I'm gonna go into places and be like, hey.
So everybody else is a 2. Drake Cole is the 1.
Talking about, I'm gonna go to church with that thing on.
Okay.
Sick of y'all.
Okay.
Acknowledge
cool.
me.
Okay, cool. We'll be that as it may. You heard it right here on Ring Psychology, folks. If this word plays out the way Drake Cole predicts it will, I will buy him a Roman Reigns shirt.
And all of y'all got to acknowledge me. That's all I'm saying.
And I will and I will give it to you, and I will give it to you at the next church concert that there is. I will give it to you.
Won't be there. Won't be there.
Okay. All right.
Well, we'll link up.
Okay, well, fine. I guess I just had to make a drive to the east side then.
Hey, we'll link up. I won't be at no more than them concerts.
Okay. All right. Well, whoa. All right. That's
another wrestling match. Look, that's another pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's a conversation offline that we'll have. But
what you got from that match?
Okay, so my prediction, first of all, the win, I will agree with you, is going to go to Kevin, Sammy, and Matt Riddle.
But you don't see my swerve though.
I don't see your swerve, but I tell you what I do see.
Okay.
I'll tell you what I do see.
Okay.
I do see some dissension. I do
from the
see
bloodline?
From the bloodline. I do see some dissension. I do see, and this is going to sound so obvious, but it's going to make so much sense. I see Jay getting himself in harm's way. I'll put it like this. I'm going to fantasy book the finish, okay? So the Usos and Sikoa have Owens, Zayn, and Matt Riddle beat. They got them right where they want them. They done landed, their super kicks. Solo done got his shots in, whatever. They go up top for the splash. Either one of them. Let's just say Jay goes up top for the splash, okay? He misses it. Let's just say it's Sammy. He goes for the Uso splash on Sammy. Sammy moves out of the way. Now, mind you, Kevin has fended off Jimmy and Riddle has fended off Solo. So after Jay misses that splash, Sammy attempts the Blue Thunder Bomb. Jay kicks out at 2. After he kicks out at 2, Jay gives him another super kick and another super kick. And this time, for some reason or another, Jimmy has found a way to get away from KO. Let's just say he rams him into the barricade or something. So they set up Sammy for the 1D, the one and done. They hit it. Sammy kicks out. So now they're frustrated. And now by this time, Solo has found a way to fend off Matt Riddle. So they go to cheat. They get a chair. They tell Solo, hey, go get me a chair or whatever. So they go get a chair. Mind you, the referee is knocked out. This is going to be a typical bloodline finish. The referee is knocked out. They go get the chair. They give it to Jay. The Jay is the one that's going to use the chair on Sammy. They got Sammy all propped up. Jay rears back, goes to hit Sammy. Sammy ducks out of the way. He ends up hitting Jay. And while this is going on, the camera is panning to Solo. And he's got a very blank but angry look on his face because he's like, oh, crap, here we go again. Then all of a sudden, KO comes in the ring, spins Jimmy around, gives him the stunner. Meanwhile, Matt Riddle springs up out of nowhere and gives Solo a knee strike. By this time, Jay is already dazed. Sammy props him up in the corner, gets the head of steam, hits the haluva kick. 1, 2, 3. Match is over. We know this.
I see holes in your story, bro.
Okay. And you can get to him.
I see holes in your story.
Okay. All right. Hold on a second. But after all of this happens, all three of them are in the ring. And Jay is, still kind of knocked out. But Jimmy goes to pull him up, ask him, is he all right? And Solo comes in the ring. And he doesn't say anything, but he's pissed. And then Jay, when he finally comes back to his senses, he shoves Jimmy. And he's like, what you doing? Why you hit me with the chair, man? What's going on with you? What's wrong with you? And Jimmy was like, well, I didn't mean to, man. I was trying to set up Sammy and all of this other stuff. And then not does he start finger pointing at Jimmy, but he starts finger pointing at Solo. He's like, where were you, man? What you doing? And then he shoves Solo. And then Solo at first, he turns the other cheek, but then he pushes him again. And then after the second push, Solo just goes into a fit of rage and Samoan spikes Jay. Jimmy is in shock. The crowd is stunned because they cannot believe what just happened.
So what you're saying is you see my swerve, just not how you see my swerve. How I see the swerve.
Yes, Dre, you have convinced me.
I just want you to know that come Monday Night Raw, well, they're not on Monday night, but come Friday Night SmackDown, the Bloodline will be only 2 people, 3 people, including Paul Heyman. That's all I want you to understand and acknowledge. Well, I need my shirt now, so you can acknowledge.
Okay.
So you can acknowledge.
You got my word.
Swerve.
Man. You got my word, man.
The swerve was gonna happen.
Solo
is going to turn on his brothers one way or another on Saturday.
I will acknowledge the swerve. If it happens, I will be the first to message you and be like, you know what? I'll even do you one better. If the swerve does end up happening, I will personally message you and be like, Dre, I acknowledge you. And I will come, I'll come and say it. I will come and say it the next week when we review Backlash. I'll come on here and say it. I'll be like, Dre, I acknowledge. You know what? I'll even go a step further. I'll play Roman's background music while I'm introducing you. How about that? How about them?
Now I'm gonna be super. I'm gonna do the whole show with this on my shoulder the whole time. It's just
okay.
Acknowledge.
Okay. Yes.
Acknowledge.
Yes. I will.
The swerve is gonna happen.
I will acknowledge you. Okay. Listen, like I said, I will buy you the shirt. I will buy you the shirt, and I will also play Roman's entrance music at the beginning of the show. How about that? The whole time I'm introducing you, I will have the shirt in my hand, and I will play the background, the entrance theme of Roman as you sit there with the championship belt, and I'll be like, Dre, I acknowledge you.
It's gonna happen. The swerve is happening.
Okay, but
they're gonna turn on the Usos.
But if something different happens, then you got to do something for me, sir.
That is what.
And I don't ask for much. What you got to do for me, if something else ends up happening and the swerve that you just predicted doesn't happen, then you, let's see. Okay. Then you have to go, oh wow. We actually got somebody on the chat.
Oh, dude.
Zeron Mack. What's going on, man? Welcome.
Zeron, what up, boy?
Welcome to Ring Psychology, man. Thank you for joining our live. But like I was saying, if this swerve does not go down, then you have to purchase me. Okay. You have to purchase me a Cody Rhodes t-shirt.
Say less.
Not only that.
Uh-oh, there's more.
Not only that. Oh man.
There's more.
Yes, there's more. Not only do you have to purchase me a Cody Rhodes t-shirt, but you have to sing the first part of his entrance song, Adrenaline in My Soul.
That's gonna be horrible because I don't know the words.
I'll send you the lyrics.
I know. Oh, that's it. But it's not gonna matter.
Okay.
It's not gonna matter.
Okay.
Because the swerve is happening.
Remember that, Dre. And he's facing Brock. And he's facing Brock in the co-main event. So when his theme song is playing, listen closely. If you got to put subtitles on there, put subtitles on there. But I want you to get those lyrics down.
I'll do you one better. I will play it and sing it.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Get a tiny desk concert.
And I will do it on next week's episode.
Okay. A tiny desk, a pre-tiny desk intro from Dre Cole. Make it good now. I want that Midas touch on it now.
I say Dre mad confident. Zeron, I'm telling you.
He is.
I'm telling you.
He
the
is.
Bloodline is breaking up Saturday. I'm telling you what's gonna happen. It's gonna be a swerve.
Zeron, I'm gonna tell you right now, this is gonna be the most epic thing. And you do know, because Zeron, you and I just talked earlier today. So you do realize me and him are musicians too. He's a phenomenal musician. Like play drums, play keys, sing. He do it all. He's a Swiss Army knife. So you better believe. Next week's show is gonna be something very epic. I'm telling you, when this might be the best version of Adrenaline in My Soul that we've ever heard. Like I might go and post this. I might go follow Cody Rhodes on Instagram and be like, "Hey Cody, when you turn heel, this is your heel theme right here." You don't have to go to the in-house producers. Oh, really? So you got history with Dre. Okay.
I know Zeron.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Oh, yes. Oh, trust me, Zeron. We'll send it. We'll definitely send it. Yeah, this is going to be epic, man. I can't wait.
It's going to happen.
I cannot wait.
There will be a swerve on Saturday.
Something's going to happen.
There's going to be a swerve.
Something is going to happen.
Here's the thing. Regardless of how it happens, it's gonna swerve.
Yeah,
it's rather gonna come from, because I don't think Roman's going to Puerto Rico.
No, he's not.
I don't think he's gone. But if he did, that's the swerve.
Yeah,
that's the swerve. Or Solo is the swerve, because they're gonna lose.
Yeah,
I truly believe they're gonna lose, and that is going to furthermore piss off the tribal chief.
Mm-hmm. That's the whole point.
Furthermore, piss him off, and that's when the swerve is going to happen.
That's the whole point. That's the whole point of it all. That's the whole point of it all.
As long as you know it's going to happen. So I wear a size. We'll do a 2X.
Okay.
Because I've been working out, so I've lost a little weight.
Okay.
So we'll do. Well, I don't know how the t-shirts. I don't know how they fit. So let's just do a 3X to be safe. I know they come in different colors. I'll look on the website
Okay.
See if I want a red or a blue one. I'm not really sure how the colors come. I'll let you know.
I mean, you said you're a SmackDown guy, right? So
well,
I mean,
I'm yeah.
You said you're a SmackDown guy, right? So I would presume blue would be your color of choice.
Yeah, but I don't got a lot of blue sneakers. So
oh damn.
I don't have a lot of blue sneakers.
All right.
I don't think I probably do. I got like 70, maybe 80 pairs of Jordans. Who knows?
Okay. All right. Well, touche. All I'm gonna say is while you getting them stems and stuff ready for church on Sunday morning, be going in, be listening to Adrenaline in My Soul. Just you know what I'm saying? Just have the stems ready. Just have it ready. Cause as soon as we go on next week, I'm gonna be like, hit it. Hit it. And by the way, I wear a large. I wear a large, by the way.
How long? But the thing is, they don't take long, to deliver. So right. I'll wear my t-shirt next week.
Okay.
I'll wear my t-shirt next week. I'll
okay.
make sure that we link up.
All right.
So that once the live starts,
okay.
they'll already see
who
won.
All right.
Because the swerve is gonna happen.
All right.
Cool.
I'll say something is going to happen.
I don't want to talk about it no more because I already said it was going to happen.
Okay. All right.
I'm prophetical.
Yeah. I'm sure you are. Aren't you?
Bro, it's happening. I'm trying to tell you what's going to happen. Swerve is going down.
Look, this dude gonna go. Look, this dude gonna call up. This dude gonna call up his bishop. Like as soon as we get off, be like, Pastor, I need you to put something in the atmosphere.
Bishop House know what's up too. He probably gonna watch it too. He gonna know.
Okay. All right. That's what I said. Something is gonna happen. I'm just telling you, Dre. Go ahead and get your little practice in. Go and get your little practice in, because we know how much of a phenomenal producer you are. So I mean, go ahead and get the vocals ready. Like I said, put the subtitles on. Put the subtitles on Saturday.
First of all,
get the lyrics down.
First of all, don't patronize me. Start there. Don't patronize me. I don't like that. I don't like to be patronized.
Okay.
I'm telling you what's gonna happen.
All right.
Swerve going down.
Okay.
On Saturday.
Swerve is going down. We just don't know what Swerve is going to go down, but it's going to be a Swerve.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
The Usos will not be leaving with Solo. I could promise you that.
All right. Yeah, I mean,
and Paul,
because
Paul
is true. But I think it'll happen in a different way. But I don't. Something is going to happen with the bloodline is going to implode. We can both agree on that. The bloodline is going to implode.
Well, then buy my shirt.
No,
that you just told me I won just now.
No, I'm saying they're going to implode, but not in the way that you're predicting. Not in the way that you're predicting.
A swerve is a swerve, man.
Okay, all right.
So you think Jay's gonna be? You saying Jay gonna do the swerve?
Jay is going to be the cause. Yes,
I don't see that.
Jay is going to be the cause
because he has no reason. He has no reason right now.
What do you mean he doesn't have a reason
to turn on Jimmy, his brother?
I'm not saying to turn on Jimmy. I'm saying he's going to be the cause of something happening of them losing the match, which is going to lead to some type of swerve happening. That is what I'm saying. Jay is just going to be public enemy number one. That's all I'm saying. He's exhibit A. Jimmy's going.
He's caused now. Okay. He's caused the most problems out of the bloodline. I'll give you that.
Yes, he has.
I'll give you that. But the reason why I'm saying Solo is because Solo technically is still in.
Yes.
We don't know where the bloodline is. Wherever Roman is, and the Usos ain't with them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So that's why I feel like, and on top of that, there's something going on because at least between Paul and Roman, because Paul is giving Solo all these instructions. What did he say Friday? Your time is now.
He said tonight is your. He said
tonight is your night.
Yes, absolutely.
That's why I say Solo's gonna be the one to do it.
Okay, all right. If he's the one to do it, I have your shirt. I have your background music ready next week.
So wait, are we changing this now? So you're saying so now what you believe in the swerve, you just don't feel like Jay gonna do it.
No, what I'm saying is sarcastically, since you believe Solo is going to be the one leading the charge.
I do
for this. Like I say, if that's really gonna happen, then okay, you'll get your acknowledgement. But if it's not, then I'm going to hear a dope version of the Cody Rhodes theme song. That's all I'm saying.
You're gonna hear a karaoke track. That's what you're gonna get. I don't even know the words of that song. I just know where the O come in. I'll be ready for it every time it come on. I'll be ready for the O.
Subtitles, pal. Subtitles, pal. We just spent like
so we got that match. We got that match.
Like 20 minutes on this match. We don't even really care.
We didn't even get to the rest of the.
We didn't get to the rest of the card. That showed you how much we care.
All right.
We are terrible. We are terrible wrestling reporters.
Right. We all running out of time and we sitting here talking about this bet that I'm gonna win. But anyway, all right. So look.
All right.
So where we at? We got okay, so Bad Bunny. Bad
Bunny and Damian Priest.
This is not going to be a popular. This is not going to be a popular prediction. I see Damian walking out.
Nah.
I see Damian walking out, and let me tell you why. I think Bad Bunny is good. He's really good, but Damian's better.
I mean, yeah. I mean, logically, he's got the most experience, but I mean, they're not gonna. First of all, this is Bad Bunny's event. This whole thing has been centered around Bad Bunny. He was originally supposed to host the thing,
right?
So you're not gonna tell me they're gonna bring the most streamed artist?
Why not?
Because for one, I mean that's stupid. Like this guy, you telling me this guy is gonna take?
I agree. It is. Yeah, it is stupid. It's dumb as hell. And we're talking about the WWE.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. I see Damian Priest winning.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean,
I see him winning. I mean, because here's the thing. They've built him too much to not do anything. They built him too much. Yeah. So his first match was like a tag team match, right? With the Miz and was it Miz and what's his name with the beard? Ciampa, yeah. That was his first match. Right. Killed the match. He won that match, didn't he? They won.
They did.
Who was his tag team partner?
Bad Bunny.
Right, but who fought with Bad Bunny? Because it was a tag team match.
Damian.
Oh, Damian fought with?
Yeah.
Okay. Damian's gonna win.
Well, here we go. Our first disagreement. Or not our first disagreement, but as far as this card goes, like, yeah, I think Bad Bunny. I think Bad Bunny's. I mean, come on, dude. This is his event. I mean, his name is on the marquee. You telling me they're gonna go through all of this trouble to push him and market him on the marquee just for him to lose? Come on.
I do.
Really?
And let me tell. Well, first of all, let me ask this, because I think I might be confused on one thing. Have we officially split yet, or we split after Backlash?
We're split after Backlash.
Okay. Take it back then. No. I see Bad Bunny. Okay. If that's the case. And I think I see Bad Bunny because if they did split, Bad Bunny's by himself.
Right.
But if he's not, once Judgment Day try to interfere, here comes LWO.
Absolutely. You know that.
And it's a street match, so everything is legal.
Yep.
So then I thought the split was official.
No, after Backlash, it officially
Gotcha.
goes into
Okay.
effect.
Okay. I
And
guess I
there
missed
will
that
be
part.
blood.
Oh,
That's my only
absolutely.
prediction. There will be blood.
No, yeah. So
There
then,
will
if
be
that's the
blood.
case, then yeah, I see him winning, but I see him winning with the help of LWO.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I can agree with that. All
That's-
right.
that's where I'm at.
Let's see. Oh, well, let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Rhea Ripley versus Zelina Vega for the SmackDown
Rhea.
Women's Championship. I think
Hands down,
I
Rhea.
think we can agree Rhea's
Hands
winning
down,
this.
Rhea.
I mean, you know, I will say Zelina will probably get a couple of close near falls. She'll probably, get the crowd emotionally invested. But in the end, Rhea hit the riptide out of nowhere. 1, 2, 3. That match is over.
Yep.
Okay.
Hands down, Rhea.
All right. Next match is very interesting. The United States Championship in a triple threat. Austin Theory, Bronson Reed, and Bobby Lashley.
You know I don't like that Bronson Reed guy.
Of course you don't. Of course you do. That was my first.
That's why you did that.
My first train of thought was like, what is he gonna say that Bronson is not going to do?
He's horrible. He's the worst. He's almost as bad as a wrestler as almost.
Oh goodness.
He's almost that bad.
No credibility for Draco.
He's
none at
garbage. All. He's garbage. Like soon as he's out of breath by the time he gets in the ring. He's
but the man said he had the flu. He said he was sick.
He need an asthma pump when he gets in there.
He said horrible. He was sick. He said he was sick though, Dre. He said he had asthma.
Man, he's garbage. Okay. Wow. Okay.
Hey, I don't book the card.
I see. My prediction is honestly, Austin keeps the belt.
I agree. I think so.
I think Austin keeps the belt.
I think so. I think Austin finds a way to get Bronson and Bobby going at it, and emotions boil over between those two, and he takes advantage and hits the A-Town down on one of those guys. I presume it will be Bobby Lashley.
I seriously doubt any of those two are going over his shoulder.
Either that or it'll be a low blow and a roll up.
It's going to be, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. It's going to be.
Oh, here we go.
My prediction is Bobby hits the spear. Austin cheats somehow to get Bobby out of the way. He takes advantage of the spear.
And he pins Bronson Reed?
That's what I think. Yep. And I'm saying that because Reed sucks, so I don't see him like what is his finishing move? Like he's that horrible. Do you even have one?
Yeah,
does he have a finishing move?
Flashed off the top, he calls the tsunami. I should have never said that name.
Oh God. He's terrible. He is terrible. He don't even land that right. That's his move.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that was his move. I've seen him do it.
Yeah,
he don't even land right.
Well, I mean, I guess that's his style of landing it. Okay. That's why they call it a tsunami.
Next card.
Okay, so we both agree Austin is retaining the championship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Austin keeps it.
Let's go ahead and get this out the way. Seth Rollins, Omos. Somehow, some way.
I forgot they were fighting.
Yeah. Somehow, some way, Seth has got to hit that stomp some type of way.
I see Seth with it.
Yeah.
I see Seth with it. I don't know how.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know how he's going to hit the stomp on him.
I don't know how he's going to damage him.
Yeah, I don't know.
But Seth is a lot faster than him.
Of course.
He's smart. He will go for some leg moves.
Yeah. Maybe he hits, maybe he takes a chair and maybe he, jabs him in the knee with a chair repeatedly.
Yeah, but then that's not, I mean, you have to now knock out the referee. Because their fight is not no holds barred.
No, it isn't. It's a straight up singles match.
Jesus Christ. I don't know, by the grace of God, I see Seth getting it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's gonna.
Maybe I'm saying that because I want Seth to get it, because I understand that if he loses, then he's no longer in the picture of the title.
Right. No, he has to win. He has to win in order for that story of him winning the world title.
Anybody on Raw has to, whoever wins on Raw, has to. That's the only way they can be in the title. They gotta win.
Yeah, true.
Now, the only person that can lose and be in the title situation, God forbid, is Austin Theory.
Yeah, but I don't think. I think he's gonna keep the U.S. I think they're gonna do some type of historic thing with him with the Universal Championship. I mean the United States Championship. So I don't think we have to worry about him. But who knows? I don't know. And then last but certainly not least, oh geez, man, I am so nervous. Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes. Oh
no, we missing one.
No, we not.
Bianca fighting.
Oh yeah, Bianca versus Io.
That's easy, Bianca.
Right, yeah, Bianca. Yeah, it'll be a competitive. It'll be a good competitive match for what it's worth.
I almost see a swerve there.
Don't tell me. Don't you say it. Don't you say it.
I almost see Bayley turning.
Really?
Bayley wants that title.
Oh no. Thank God we didn't bet on this.
Bayley wants that title.
Thank God we didn't.
Do you remember? Do you remember when Io went off because she was like, you guys are set for that, and all that other stuff.
I remember the Raw where she went to Adam Pearce and tried to get a title shot for herself, and Dakota and her felt some type of way. I know the story. Okay, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. I would not be surprised. But to be honest with you, I don't even think they come out with Io. I think Io and Bianca. I think Io and Bianca. It's going to be a competitive.
That don't mean they're not going.
I mean, yeah, of course they'll make their presence felt. I mean, it's Damage Control. Yeah. But I mean, at least for like the first 10, 15 minutes leading up to the end, it'll be a straight up one-on-one competitive match until the end.
Yeah.
So okay, yeah, that's cool.
And then last but not least, and we're gonna close it out.
Yep. Cody versus Brock.
You already know where I'm going with it.
Gosh.
You already know.
Oh, I am so nervous for this match because I do not trust Brock Lesnar in a big match spot. I do not trust him. I do not trust WWE Creative. I do not trust their booking. And I promise you, if they do not keep that senile, sadistic old man on the beach during the day, if Triple H does not buy him 20 cocktails or Coke and Hennessy's or whatever, and just let him just go out on the beach, sit in the ocean, and then they just leave him. Just leave him there. Let him stay out at the beach, and they send an Uber for him at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock midnight after the card is over with. Because I promise you, if Gutierrez is anywhere near backstage, it's going to happen. They're not opposed to doing it.
You're predicting Brock's going to win.
I'm not predicting that he's going to win. I'm just saying tentatively, I'll say Cody Rhodes.
I need a prediction.
Okay, you know what? Fine. You know what? Screw it. Whatever happens, happens. Cody Rhodes goes over on Brock. Okay.
You say Cody.
Yes. It'll probably take about 3 crossroads for him to do it.
It's gonna be the longest match of the night. Guaranteed.
Really?
Guaranteed. Because first, Cody got to get his ass whooped.
Oh,
badly.
Damn,
he got to get his ass whooped.
He got to take like 30 suplexes, don't he?
He got to get. He has to get taken out, and then he has to come back.
Golly, he's gonna take like 30 suplexes and like 5 F5s.
It's gonna be the longest match of the night.
Golly, man. And Brock's probably gonna hit him with another. Brock's probably gonna use another chair and then beat him with that too. Gosh, this might as well just be a Brock showcase. And Cody
Brock is going to destroy him, and somehow Cody is going to, he's going to come back.
Like I said, it'll take 3 crossroads for him to do it, but yeah, after the 30 suplexes and like the 10 F5s and a couple of chair shots and a couple of Irish whips into the steel stairs and the barricade and
only way,
all of that stuff.
It's the only way.
Golly, man.
It's the only way.
Y'all try to make Cody look like a sucker.
It's the only way. Yeah. So we got our predictions, man. We're gonna see.
Yeah.
We're gonna see.
We're gonna see. I just like I said, man, just get those subtitles on your TV and just listen close. Don't just look for the woe. Listen for the adrenaline in my soul. I don't know. That's about as far as I know. But yeah, get those keys down. Get those keys down. I'm not a keyboardist. I'm a drummer. So I mean, I don't know number systems and chords and all of that. But get those chords down. Get you know what I'm saying? Those changes. You know where to go. I don't know if you're going to the 4, to the 5, to the 3. I don't know where you're going, but it goes somewhere. It goes somewhere.
I hear you talking. One second, real quick, because I need to make sure that they have my size.
Yeah, look up medium. Look up medium for Cody while you're at it.
I need to make sure that they have.
Look up medium. Look up medium.
Okay. They have different cities too. I think I like that. I think I like the cities.
Oh, look at it. Look at it. He's picking the cities too. Look at him.
I like that.
Look at him.
Just want to make sure,
All right.
Just want to make sure that they have my size. That's all. Just want to make sure that we're good.
Okay. Like I said, look up large. Look up large and see if they got cities in Cody's too. Just in case.
I seriously doubt that will matter.
Okay.
Just don't think
just as long as you get those chords and those lyrics down. That's all I really care about. The shirt is cool. I just want to hear this arrangement because I know it's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire.
Yeah, man.
I already know that. It's gonna be fire.
I'll pick up my shirt and send it to you so you'll be ready.
Okay.
I'll send you the link. All you have to do is enter your credit card number. And I'll even send you my address so it can come straight to me.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, right, Zeron. Yes. You're getting in the key? You're getting in the keys too? Why don't you
prepare?
Why don't you tell him to study the Cody Rhodes theme song and whatever keys that they're in?
I'm telling you now, I'm gonna have the belt on the entire episode so that it's shining in your face with my acknowledgement t-shirt on. All right.
We shall see.
That being said, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep. We're gonna put a bow on this episode of Ring Psychology, episode 2. If you want to find me, again, I'm George Kennebrew, last name spelled KENNEBRAW, on Facebook, on Instagram. I am Lavis_1. That's the word ONE_living. TikTok is Special K_0788.
And you can
Dre,
find me Facebook, Dre Cole. On Instagram is I am_Dre Cole. And on TikTok is I am Dre Cole. DRECOLE. Find me. Can't miss me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. This guy. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we thank you all for tuning in to another awesome episode of Ring Psychology. We will be back next week, and we will see whose bet bears fruit. Hopefully, it'll be mine. Shout out to Zaron for joining the live. And until next week, y'all, the 2 fingers up, and we out.